Hey guys, it's your boy Pasha, and I'm back. Um, and if this looks familiar, it's because this is the very same day, 5 seconds later. I'm actually coming back on here because I didn't want to make the first video too long. I hate doing that. I've been trying to keep it between 6 and 8 minutes. It has never worked out for me, except for maybe 5 times. But if I can keep it under 10, then I feel I'm doing okay. Um, so I'm gonna try to keep this one pretty short. All right, same day. It's March 2nd, 2019. We talked about all the things that happened. If you didn't watch the last video, then you'll have to watch that to figure out what's been going on in the last month or so. Because this one is going to be a little lengthy anyway, so I'm going to have to get right into it. So right now we're going to talk about social pressures. There's not a lot of things in my life that are big deals, honestly. For a lot of reasons. Number one, because I am a Jesus follower, and after that, um, because of my how I believe in following His teachings, there's not a lot that I let really settle on me like that. Even that the stuff that tries. That's number one. Number two, because with this whole transfer, this was the biggest thing weighing on me all of my life was the fact that I was wrong, or I felt like I was wrong. That was the biggest thing weighing on me for 30 some odd years, 38 years, almost 38. So because of that, once that's gone, everything else is kind of like, eh, you know, it's not that it doesn't matter, but there hasn't been like a close death to me or none of my children. Nothing's really going on with them. So all the big things that would be above that, or I feel would be above that, are gone. If they're not happening. So that was my biggest issue. Now that that's gone, everything else is kind of um, to me. So a lot of stuff doesn't weigh on me. Social expectations for males in America are ridiculous. Um, I don't even know how to explain it. They are ridiculous. They are so. It is such a weight to bear. And I had to speak at a class, a sociology class. I didn't have to. I was speaking at a sociology class. I don't know when. Maybe a month ago. Maybe 2 months. And one of the things somebody said on there was the something about the social expectations of men in society and how many. And I told them that it was weird because I had just talked to somebody about that, and basically it was the fact that everybody throws around this word toxic or this phrase toxic masculinity. Toxic masculinity is a thing. It simply means that when the masculinity is become the prominent or the dominant purpose of almost of anything really, and so it becomes a poison because too much of anything is never a good thing. So toxic masculinity is it affects our society. It affects our society as far as how we treat women. It affects our society as far as the laws we make. It affects our society in almost everything. But it affects the cisgender in our society, the cisgender male in our society, I believe, greater than it affects the rest of us. Which is crazy because you wouldn't think so because patriarchy rules America, you would think that it would be a little on the other side because they would have that masculinity to as a protection, I guess. Or they make the rules. Basically, cisgender males make the rules in America. Um, but the truth of the matter is, it has to be crazy to be brought up under these same rules from childhood. I mean, I don't even know how to explain it, but I just, as I sit there and I sit underneath these rules now, um, or people want me to sit underneath these rules, I think these rules are crushing. They're literally soul crushing expectations. And they are rules, unspoken rules, but they are rules nonetheless. And if you break one of them, you will quickly find that they are actual rules. Um, no laughing. You guys don't get to laugh. You can get laugh, You can laugh at something. Um, if you're at a comedy show, you're allowed to laugh, and you can laugh boisterously. And if somebody says something particularly raunchy, or blue, I guess it would be foul, um, off color, uh, you're allowed to laugh. Matter of fact, you're expected to laugh because that's the masculinity part. Um, Laughing loudly just because something's funny, somebody has to say something to that's not allowed. Crying is not allowed. Uh, Crying is not allowed. Dancing is not allowed. Laughing too hard is not allowed. Smiling too much is not allowed. Um, Being too domestic is not allowed. Cooking, cleaning, doing hair. If you have children, that's not allowed. Unless you're a barber, then that's allowed because you can cut hair, but you can't do hair. Um, let's see. Too much fashion isn't allowed. If you're too fashion forward, then you're gay, or dressing gay, or you must be gay, or if you, let's see, if you're too clean, if you're too polished, then you're either gay or them what are them metrosexuals. So the point of the matter is there's so many things and so many little unspoken rules. You can dance, but not really joyfully. I guess if you're at a club, you're allowed to dance, and then you can't move too much. If you are you can walk, but you can't run, no matter what. If it's cold, you can't run. If it's raining, you can't run because you're not supposed to run. You're tough, right? You're a guy. You can deal with a little rain. You can deal with a little cold. You can deal with a little fire or pain. It's ridiculous. And as I sit here and all these rules are trying to become imposed on me, I think this is why we are where we are. Because we take these same rules and we stick them on kids. These aren't rules that are just to me. These are rules that they start telling these cisgender guys at baby age. He's not, I heard somebody say the other day, he's not a little boy. He's not no baby no more. He's 5 years old. Get up. You all right? He's five. He's five. And I have 5-year-old girls and 5-year-old boys I've had, and both of them I try to encourage them not to just sit there and cry when they fall. You know, if it's something you can get up and dust yourself off from, please do. Get up and brush yourself off. Life is hard. One of the first lessons you need to learn is how to get up and brush yourself off. That being said, he's five. And if it was a girl, they won't do that. They'll go and pick them up, see if they're okay. Tell them not to do it, in fact. Don't do that. Don't jump off of that. Don't do that. But if it's a guy, he's supposed to. And then if he gets hurt, he's not supposed to cry about it. And then we sit there and we go, what is wrong with all the guys in our society? What is wrong with all the guys in our society? We are. We are wrong with what's all the guys. We are what's wrong with the guys in our society. Our society is what's wrong. Because we teach them this and we put this pressure on them from childhood. And we make them little robots. And then we send them out to get married and to pair up with women the majority of the time who have a tendency, or who have, let me not say, women are not more sensitive. What women are they haven't had the sensitivity stifled out of them like men have. When little boys and little girls are little, they both cry the same. They both whine at the same rate. They both are hurt at the same rate. If something's wrong with them, they cry. We stifle that out of guys and then say women are too sensitive. No, women are our default setting. And we do that. Testosterone kills it a little bit. It's a harsher hormone, so it kills it a little bit. But there's tons and tons of sensitive guys out there who are full of testosterone. But they haven't had their sensitivity stifled out of them by toxic masculinity, telling them that being sensitive is not manly. or being too sensitive is not manly. And then we send them to pair up most of the time with women and to raise children and to raise sons with this lack of sensitivity. And then we look around like, what's happening with all the fathers? Anyway, it was really just something that not just did I notice, but because it had come up twice in a matter of a week, it was something I thought was interesting, and I would share with you guys because it's amazing what we do with masculinity in this world, and it makes no sense. So as a trans man myself, and one reason why I feel like trans people are literally the opening of freedom for everybody is because we break all those stereotypes. And not only that, but once we break them and we don't break, people look like, so wait, so nothing happens? So you can break these rules and nothing actually happens except for a couple people get mad? Maybe I can do that. Maybe I can break out of this mold. Maybe I can be free. It's worth a shot. Anyway, it's just my 7 cents on it in 11 minutes and 21 seconds. You guys know the deal. Questions, comments, concerns, hit me up. Thanks for subscribing. I appreciate you. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you. Go ahead and like me. Like my video or whatever. There's something down there. I don't know. Subscribe if you like. I'd appreciate it. Hit me up. Facebook, Passion Morgan. Instagram, PashPash34. Twitter, New Creation 0215. Talk to you later, guys. Oh.